Day 7. I met Mr. Edward. He was a senior who could barely move, and he was deliriously singing "It's All Coming Back" from Celine Dion. It's a song that I know from my childhood, so luckily I knew enough to sing it with him, and this made him very happy. Some patients look exasperated and their looks do not reflect hope. In moments like that, I honestly didn't know what kind of funny joke or comment I could make to make them forget their pain maybe for a second, and others look very optimistic despite the circumstances. Day 9. That day was unforgettable. If it wasn't because I was late for lunch, I would have been behind Nira Nathan in the line of burgers. She's a resident in dermatology, and nobody but Eric knows how much I love that area. Hi, Eric. And just as she said to me, I remember. Work hard in medical school. It doesn't really matter where you go, but how you develop where you go. And she paid for my turkey burger, by the way. Day 10. Not every day is a rosy day. I was very sleepy, and it was difficult for me to stay awake and pose with a smile for the patients and their families when they arrived to the front desk. I remember that at times like this is when we have to demonstrate our strength and our gratitude for being in such a program like this. Day 11. I met a Spanish interpreter who told me how happy she was in her work and how much she has learned in the medical field. She encouraged me to take advantage of my bilingual skills since interpreters are in special need today. Day 12. Only a few know the magnitude of my appetite in the morning and lunch. At this point, Mr. H knew who I was and what would I like to order. In the morning, just a grilled cheese sandwich, and then in the afternoon, cheeseburger. And it's so funny because this guy right here, he would always say, okay, you want a cheeseburger with cheese? And I would always think about it like, yeah. Day 14. I met Laura, a Yuko, and we talked about homemade recipes, Portuguese and French lessons, and a little bit about the Haitian history. She also taught me how to discharge patients and how to organize their medical record. It was a very productive and enjoyable day. The nurses already had enough confidence to ask me favors, so that made it feel good. Day 18. Something that marked my life happened. Claire, the boss lady right there, she asked me for help with a 93-year-old patient with dementia. She was denied to take her medications, and that was not good because she had very serious health complications. Since her first language was Spanish, they asked me to go into the room to try to convince her because maybe she was in panic with the hospital staff. So once I came in, the first thing that I did was to gain her confidence and her trust. I talked to her with a lot of kindness and complimented her about her nails and her hair. And this made her smile, so I knew I was on the right track. We talked about her native country, and in the middle of the conversation, I could notice how important is her husband in her life, who wasn't needed in the West Campus, but she thought he was in the Army, so that was very sad. And then I just realized I could use her husband as a tactic for her to drink her medicine, and that's how I ended my mission. Having a person so vulnerable, and I don't know how to pronounce that word, so I'll say it in Spanish, vulnerable, and dependent right in front of me made me have a lot of sadness and at the same time a lot of respect for her and anyone who suffers from that condition. Day 20. Radiology tour. My respects to Kuram, who gave us a tour. I never imagined again how complex this field could be. It takes a lot of anatomy, physiology, physics, and technological knowledge to be able to work in any subspecialty from radiology. 22nd. I took vital signs from a patient, and later I perfected this practice thanks to Maria, who was a PCT in my station, who taught me the normal and abnormal values of each sign, and then she let me practice with her body and the machine that we have in there. Quick parentheses, at this point, while some had like $80 in their meal plan, I owe 15 cents to Anna. That's sad. And yes, in conclusion, because we are in the context of a hospital, I'll say the word patient, but this is a rule that we must apply with anyone. Overall, what did I learn? In addition to learning how to take the commuter road, I learned that we should all treat patients as we would like our relatives to be treated when they are interned in a hospital. It doesn't matter how simple or small is an opportunity for you, what will really make the difference and a positive impact in your life is the way you face them. Maybe you weren't satisfied because you spent 6 weeks of your summer doing paperwork and faxing, but guess what? At the end of the day, you have 2 new skills that you didn't have before, and now you can put them in your resume. And it's not really bad to start from the bottom, and a clear example for that. I'm 100% sure that most of your supervisors know how to do what the UCO, the nurses, the PCT do, but there's an explanation for that. In order to be where they are now, they had to go through where you were during this summer. Thank you.